Howdy, howdy. Happy Friday and happy post Thanksgiving day. I'm making brunch. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing Waffle House style hash browns. So, if you didn't know, Waffle House uses dried hash browns. So, the closest thing you can get to Waffle House dried hash browns are Hungry Jack. And so, these are great. They're shelf stable. They're great. You're a prepper type, or just follow FEMA guidelines for stocking up for so many days. I am seeing expiration date on these. Seriously, I mean there has to be one somewhere, maybe, but maybe not. So get over here, chat. And yeah, we have to hydrate these. So I have to fill the fill line with hot water, uh, minimum 120 degrees. And then you close it and let it sit for 12 minutes to hydrate. So that's what I'm going to. But yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving. It was a long day because I got up and had to cook some more things, which I videotaped. And then after that, we took off and had to travel a bit. And we didn't get home till, oh gosh, yeah, 10:30. It's probably closer to 11, I think, when we got home. Maybe not so much, 10ish. So it was a long day. And then I slept. Somehow I messed up my shoulder. If I move it a certain way between my elbow and my shoulder, it feels like Charlie horse. It's very painful. So, if I writhe in pain every now and then, you'll know why. Oh. So it's a slow day. Go ahead and set the table. Get these open here. Ready in minutes. Just add water. Well, it takes more than a minute or two. So you know what helped me make really good hash browns was watching. Y'all remember who was that? Jenny. She had a talk show. Anyway, she has a YouTube channel now. So she did hash browns. I kind of learned how to get them nice and crispy from watching her. Hey, Renee, how's it going, darling? And I bet you had a really good Thanksgiving yesterday. How was the food? We ended up, my mother-in-law sent us home with all the leftovers, which is crazy. I think she saved she kept the breast. We took the dark meat, which is my favorite. Okay. These are like Waffle House potatoes. Waffle House dehydrated potatoes. And these are really, really close. I mean, I like the Simply potatoes too because they don't put anything in them. I'm a little bit shy of the fill line. At 12 minutes and hydrate. I had like 3 days of bad luck. 2 days of bad luck. Let's see. What happened? Oh, my oven went off. I mean, it died in the middle of trying to cook Thanksgiving. And yesterday I messed my shoulder up. So I'm looking forward to a new year. I know we threw down too. I'm not sure when I did video of it out, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna post it. I may post it later today. I don't know. So I opened this a little too far maybe, so I'm just gonna clip the top of it while it sits for the 12 minutes. So Renee, how do you like your hash browns? Scattered, smothered, and covered? That's usually how we do ours. So yeah, I like some hash browns. We really have so much food, I don't have to cook for a couple of days. So I may take advantage of that. And I may take advantage of that and do some of my back end YouTube stuff, which I'm terrible about doing. Smothered and covered. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, so there's so much on the back end. I'm so neglectful of putting in end cards and I don't know, doing all that back end prep that I don't like to do. I do. I do like to try and make sure that my closed captions are on, but I've turned them on, but I don't know if I get closed caption popping up for people. Because closed captions are important because A, if someone has an accessibility issue, it may help them a lot. And B, did you know that closed captions in YouTube, it should auto translate because people can pick their language. And so then when they put on Google closed captions, it will translate into their language. So if you have international viewers, that's really, really helpful. Hey, Bo Pock, how's it going? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? I bet you did. I know you're a good cook. I know you're a good cook. Do you have a lot of Greek food? Because I just, Hypertech sent me pictures of their family Thanksgiving, and they did more traditional, you know, Mexican food, which I love. They had pozole verde, the green pozole, and rice, ham, macaroni and cheese, and mole sauce that looked incredible, as did the pozole. I love a good pozole. I have small hands, Bopak. So I have a hard time like doing pro chef stuff. And I find that my onions come out nice, even doing them my way. So I will show you what I do. Let me see. Let me sharpen my knife first. I have this little compact knife sharpener here. I love this thing. Even I guess it has a thing you can even hang it on something, I guess. I love this thing. It works really well. It's thin. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And these are those cheaper Henkel knives, but they're still pretty good at the price point they are. Let's see. How can I get my onion skills in here better? There we go. Let's try this. All right, here we go. Cut off the booty. Cut off the top. Sorry for the noise. That is noisy. And then I just slice down the center. And then I chop this way. And I chop this way. And then when I get here, I kind of just flip it over, right? Because I don't have to worry about a bigger flat surface here. And then I just cut this way. Voila. So what do you think, Bopak? Do I get an A, B? Go ahead and grade me. Grade me. Yeah, I like that offset blade on that because you're not knocking your knuckles on stuff. I don't know. Chris got me that set a long time ago. It's been several years now. I don't know what he paid for it. I think he got it at Target. Do you remember where you got that, Chris?
Target or take from the mall.
It wasn't Williams Sonoma, though, where they have the fancy Henkels. I know. It's hard to remember. Do you remember about what you paid for?
Unreasonable, but they were more than regular.
Right. It was probably what, about 100 and something?
Yeah.
Under 150. Yeah, way under 150. We don't spend money like that generally. Ooh, 90% on the onion. Yeah, I mean, you got it. I have the hands of an 8-year-old. I've had 8-year-olds with bigger hands than I have. So it's, I mean, I have fat sausage fingers. Like, I don't have very feminine hands, and I have ugly fingernails. If I grow them out, I can't get the beautiful shaped nails. So it's a good thing I'm not a girly girl like that. So, but yeah, I have a sausage finger. So I wear a size 7 ring on my ring finger, generally 6.5, maybe. And then, because I don't have many rings, we didn't even get wedding rings. I have one kind of, it has some diamonds in it, but it's not much. And it's a very plain, flat surface. So it can't get caught on anything. And then I have I think I bought, when I used to resell jewelry, I found a tiger eye stone made in Mexico silver. And I kind of like that ring. I like modern, but then kind of minimalist art type rings. I don't like those fancy schmancy huge rings. And we didn't get wedding rings. I said I'd rather have a house than a wedding ring. So we'll save that money for a down payment. So we have 2.5 more minutes on the hungry. Have you ever tried these, Bopak? These are pretty good. You just rehydrate them. They're really shelf stable. And I've also made potato soup using these. So they are really pretty darn good. Pretty good. But yeah, we're having this and eggs, and I have bacon that I froze. I made some of those jalapeno wrap. I had jalapenos from the garden. I did stuffed them with a seasoned cream cheese and wrapped them in bacon. So uh, I have some leftover bacon from that I'll be using. So what all did you have on the table, Bopak? Oh, that was good. We had a spatchcock turkey. Uh, instead of like I was doing a bread pudding that was savory bread pudding instead of stuffing that was Gruyere pro artichoke. But this year, my mother-in-law found a recipe that was tomato, America's Test Kitchen tomato bread pudding. And so it was pretty good. I liked it. Probably could have had a little bit more cheese for me. Do you think, Chris? It wasn't very cheesy. No, but it was good. It was more custardy and tomatoey, but it was good. And then we had regular stovetop stuffing. And then what else? I took collard greens with smoked turkey in them. We had Hasselback turnips that were amazing. I would have roasted them a little bit more, but they were still really good and tender and delicious. What else do we have, Chris? I'm trying to think. So much. I mean, not a lot because it was only 4 of us. I don't know what kind of turkey is spatchcocked. So it's where you take the turkey and you cut it on the backbone and then you open it up. And it requires a lot less cook time, and it's supposed to keep it because that heat can sear, the inside and the outside. It's supposed to keep it really moist, and it was very moist. It was very good. But even with that, my mother-in-law is on a keto diet, so I took some. I don't have the package, and it was the last of what I had. There's a product called Taki, and it's a umami, mushroom umami. And it's a dried seasoning. And if you put that in milk, it thickens up like a gravy. So if you're on a keto diet, it's a perfect, and I didn't know it other than reading the ingredients. And I was like, oh, crud. And I noticed using it over the years that it thickened things up. So now I make a mushroom gravy out of it. Ah, oh, that's cool, Bopak. That's very cool. I like that idea. I like that. Yeah, the mushroom thing. And then I always have canned mushrooms. So if I get a hankering, which is what happened like yesterday, I was like, oh, I didn't think about it. And then I told my mother-in-law, I'm like, oh, I have this gravy mix that you can use, doesn't require flour. It's all keto. And she's like, yeah, bring it. And I was like, well, I have canned mushrooms. Should I bring that too to put in it? She's like, yes. So, but that kept us from having to go to the store yesterday. All right, so I'm going to drain these. They're pretty easy. You don't have to put them on like a cheesecloth or anything to drain them. And I have this is heated up to medium. So let me drain this. I like that idea, Chris. Bob said his family to a family thing. It was kind of like finger food order, like gathering, and then he did a different. Went to another uh, proper Thanksgiving dinner after that. I like that idea. That'd be a fun thing to do with neighbors. Speaking of neighbors, I have a funny story. Um, so my neighbor, if you ever saw that, I don't know, this no water came out of this, so they're really nicely hydrated now. So I'm gonna add like two. You want to use always use like 2 tablespoons of oil uh, when you do this. And I guess shiitake have some interesting health benefits too. You know, mushrooms are the only thing that can absorb vitamin D. I read that. Now, I think what we get in the store doesn't have any vitamin D, but you know. Um, but yeah, so we finished Thanksgiving and I looked at my messages and I saw that the neighbor had said, "Hey, I got a plate of food for you if you want it. Just come by and get it." So now this is the neighbor. If you saw my Southern Party little short with all the burgers and hot dogs and greens and macaroni and cheese and all that stuff, that was that neighbor. So I was like, "Sure, we'd love it." And he responded back. He's like, "Oh, my bad. I thought you were my niece." I was like, "It's like it's okay. We love you anyway." But he was like, "Oh, if you want to come by and get a plate in the morning, you're welcome to." We have so many leftovers, so. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We kind of do too. We decided already that we're gonna eat Christmas. We're going out for Christmas. Here, my pan is hot. Um, dumping that in. So, Spartan Dan finally hit 1,000 subs. Do you believe it? I think he's been putting out videos for 4 years. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I don't know if he'll have the watch hours though. I hope he does. I really hope he does. I don't use any Teflon. Everything I have is stainless steel. This pan, I don't know, it's pickle. Like it's a Cuisinart, 1810 stainless steel. But, I'll preheat it before I put any fat in it for my eggs. And sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. You never know what you're going to get. But in general, that's a pretty good pan. In my opinion, it's better than that Teflon stuff. I haven't had Teflon in, I don't know. This set here of pans I've had for 30 years. And they're like new. And I mean, I tried the ceramic pan. I just was not. Well, number one, I don't know that ceramic pans are better than anything else. And number two, it just, I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, we have so much food. I won't have to cook for a couple days. So yeah, I think I'll work on some back end stuff. 4 years. Yeah. 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 Oops. Dang it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That. Mm. Yeah. What do you think about the ceramic? I don't know if they. When did I last buy a ceramic pan? Maybe 8, 9 years ago. Maybe they've gotten better. I know my mother-in-law has one of those, what is it, the perfect pan or whatever. I don't know. She has a lot of that, but she just went to an induction cooktop. So, which was interesting. So, even though this is a set of Belgique, they used to sell it in Macy's. They don't anymore. It's supposed to be, stainless steel and everything, but stainless steel magnetic because it did not. Hey, Growjoy, how are you doing? I hope you're staying warm. I bet you had a great Thanksgiving. Um, but yeah, this cookware would not for induction top stove. It was weird. We couldn't figure out why the stove wouldn't turn on, and she was stressed anyway. So it turned out that these were not magnetic. Sadly. Now this is crazy because I always see, I guess maybe because I'm on Restream. Yeah, you know what's crazy about my watch hours? It's ridiculous because I've been over 1,000 for a long time. But it's like, I think I made it to 2,762 watch hours, 2,762. And then, I'd be 2005-6, then 2005-2. Then it has been insane that last push. That's why I'm trying to do some more of these lives. Hey, Mothman, good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. No, we're not that kind of Waffle House here. But I will say, what do you have? What do you have? Oh, wait, that's the varsity. So, Mothman, you like yours covered in. I haven't seen any more Sasquatch sightings. Oh, no, I take that back. I did. I did. Well, I've seen, of course, those crazy Jeeps. And then, what else? I saw somebody has a cutout in their yard, when the black shadow kind of figures. So we're making hash browns, scatter and cover them. I made a 90. Bopak gave me a 90 in my onion cutting skills. Thanksgiving to you too, Mothman. I hope you're feeling better. I really do. I could empathize with that video you sent out for certain. For certain. I don't know if I'm going to put a lot of cheese on this. Oh. Now, have y'all ever tried this? If you like cheddar cheese, have you ever tried this seriously sharp? Oh my goodness. It's not sharp like blue cheese, but it's my favorite because there's a lot of flavor there, especially on Mexican food. Because I like it on Mexican food because, sometimes the flavors are just so strong that you lose the cheese in it. But the seriously sharp, oh yeah, it keeps it tasty. Cheers, y'all. You like sharp over seriously sharp? Y'all don't see my butt. Oh, you don't. It's time to grate. It's a great day to grate. So I see my taters are getting a little crispy around the edge. Oh, yeah. And so too, according to Jenny, whatever her name was, do you remember that talk show, Jenny? Oh, oh yeah. Try this Seriously Sharp. I got these on sale. I bought like four of them when they went on sale. Um, but I'm gonna add some more oil. So Jenny, whatever her talk show was, I can't remember. She said 2 tablespoons of oil when you put it in, and then drizzle oil around the top before you go to flip them. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let it sit a minute though. 'Cause, sometimes I found that like it'll look crispy around the edge of the hash brown, and then when you flip it, like the center is not quite done. So dang, that hurts. I tell y'all, I did something to my shoulder yesterday. And there are just certain weird, like trying to open a drawer is so painful. It's a sharp, like Charlie horse pain that goes from my elbow to my shoulder. I don't want to make too much cheese on this. That's the other good thing about this Seriously Sharp is that kind of cut down on the cheese because it's so flavorful. I like that too. I'm just gonna put back in the bag. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at all those leftovers we have to eat. Oh, so I did a keto dessert yesterday. Also, oh yeah, half a stick of butter too. You should kind of like finish it with the butter. Uh, but I made a keto dessert, and what I did was, oh no, this stuff. How did this stick? Oh, they're perfect. They're a little sticky. These are covered anyway. I mean, scattered. See, today is gonna be one of those days with the look at that nice brownness on those. Yum. One more. That kills that. Oh. The keto recipe I made yesterday, I was trying to think like, what can I do? And so I came up with making the cream, the pastry cream. And oh yeah, I'm not a gadget person though, Mothman. Like I can do carrots on this. I can do like Alton Brown says, I don't like those unitaskers. And I'm just, whether it be electronics or kitchen stuff, I don't know stuff I don't have to. Like my can openers are manual because I can use them if the power goes off. Uh, I didn't get a food processor until I was in my 40s, I think. Oh no, my Belgique, this is unusual. My Belgique normally doesn't, but I'm thinking what happened too. This just came out of the dishwasher. So I'm thinking that's what happened. Uh, That's going to be my guess. And I may not have I did let the pan warm up before I put oil in it. But you know what? I may not have let the oil heat up enough before I put the potatoes in it. That may have been the downfall. I'm going to put these, go ahead and put these onions in there because they'll steam on top. And then when I go to scatter these more, they may get a little bit more brown on them. All right. So the keto dessert, let me get back to that because I will lose my place. The keto dessert I made was a nut like bottom. I did it in ramekins. So they'd be individual servings, and I had the nut bottom where it was just a little bit of salt. Ones that I kind of mixed up with my immersion blender because I wanted it a little chunky. I didn't want it totally like a meal. And then I was it salt? Butter. So I think it was a cup of pecan, pinch of salt, and 2 tablespoons of butter. And mix that up, put that in the bottom. And then I did the pastry cream. But instead of flour, I used almond flour. And the reason I was kind of pretty secure in making this as a keto dessert is I figure if the almond flour didn't thicken up the cream, the eggs certainly would. May not be as firm as I'd like, but they would certainly thicken everything. So I did that, made that cream, and I toasted coconut to put in it. And so I did that, used coconut extract, put it in the fridge to cool overnight. And then when I took it out, I had overcooked it. It was too thick. I don't know then if it was the almond cream or if I overcooked it. Could be either because I'd never tried making it this way. And I used my Joy of Cooking pastry cream recipe that I've always used that's fabulous. And I don't know, but it turned out too thick. But luckily, I had a sugar-free whipped topping. I just bought the spray stuff because since I was traveling, I didn't want to make fresh whipped cream to travel because sometimes, the air gets out of it. It gets a little liquidy. So I was just like, I'll just buy the squirt stuff. Well, luckily, that squirt stuff, I just put it in coconut cream and it was perfect. It was so nice and creamy. And then I topped it with the more whipped cream when it was ready to serve. And then a little bit of the toasted coconut on top. But yeah, it was delicious. All right, here we go. And the final countdown of the taters. Doing a little scattering. See, now that side, it did not stick. This side did. The thing I don't like about these electric stoves is, turn this down now. Thing I don't like about these electric stoves is they heat so unevenly. All right, good to see you. Oh, I hope you feel better. Thanks for stopping by. Aw, get better soon. I know you worked a lot, so you deserve a break for sure. Take care of yourself. And have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. So here we go. I'm going to finish with butter. Butter. Okay, now I'm going to get, this is got Kerrygold. I bought this on sale a while ago. I've been holding on to it. That was my last stick. So now I'm going to heat up my Cuisinart pan here. We'll see what kind of results we get. All right, I gotta go run to the back and get the bacon, and I will be back. I know. Well, I'm trying to get my watch hours up, but it's funny. I don't get many like live viewers, which I don't know. Is that good or bad? Because I notice a lot of people doing them. I don't know. They get viewers, but they're rude. And it's so great. I've never been flooded. I know Renee gets them. I've never been flooded with rude live commenters, viewers. So I am so grateful for that. But it'll come. Thank you. Ah, man, my shoulder, y'all. I keep forgetting I grabbed for something, and I immediately regret it. I have frozen bacon, thick cut. Thick cut. Oh no, is it thick cut or not? I don't know. I also bought bacon. It was buy one, get one free. So I stocked up on that a couple weeks ago. Tis the season. Yeah, if I had room, I would stock up on a turkey because they're going to go on sale and a ham. But my freezer really is kind of full. My big freezer. Hey, how's it going, Dan? I hope your daughter is feeling better today. She put on quite the spread. Yeah, Chris is the egg man, and I told him about the deviled eggs y'all had. So I'm trying to like feed his mind to make me some hard-boiled eggs, um, so I can make some. Oh, look at our scattered taters there. Oh, nice and crispy, nice and toasty. I love it. I love it. All right, this pan. Ooh, it's hot. Imagine that. All right, I'm gonna get that bacon going because it retains heat, and throw some butter over here for my eggs. Ooh. All right. Now for the cheese on the hash browns. Whoops. This over here. Get a little closer. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I was wondering if she had got that yet. All right, here comes a seriously sharp cheddar cheese on our hash browns. In the South at Waffle House, we call this scattered, smothered, and covered. Now you can get your, how else can you get your, I'm going to put that to the back. How else can you get your, ooh, we got some heat going on here. And you can get them scattered, smothered, covered. Chunk is with ham. I think you get peppers and mushrooms in them as well. Chris, are you going to do more coffee? Yeah, when dinner hits, you'll be, brunch. All right, let's drop it. And you know what I was thinking? Is eggs might do better in these pans if the eggs were at room temperature. You know, because you have that cold cooling down the pan so quickly. And you know, at Waffle House, that's what they do. They let those eggs sit out at room temperature. Wash my hands. It is so cold here today. We'll see what survives in the gardens. Holy cow. It is a high of 44 today. It got to freezing last night, I think. That was not a beer. That was a soda. I promise y'all. All right. So let's see what we end up with here. Give them a little shaky shake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's looking good. Get out the fine china. We don't fine china every night. You want to know why? Hey, good morning. I know, right, Dan? You were so funny, Dan. You killed me last night with that turkey hat on. So this is why we eat on fine china every night. So I don't know if you can see that. You see that up there? Soup urn, platters, all that stuff. And then we have all the coffee, butter, all this stuff here. And then, howdy. Now what we're lacking, what we're short on is bowls. But then we have all this here, dinner plates, salad bowl, soup bowls, bread plates, side plates, more little platters. These under that white bowl, those are actually ashtrays. But I went to a thrift store in the Midwest and I got all of that for $33, y'all. And it is China. One of those plates cost $26 at what's the name of that? Oh, let's do the eggs. What's the name of that place? Replacements Limited. Look at this, y'all. Look right over. That one broke. That's my fault. Not the pan's fault. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. There's your secret to stainless steel. Let it heat up. This was, the hash browns were a little off. Like I said, I don't know why that was. But the pan got better, actually, as we cooked more. So we're going to add spices at the table. I'm going to get some going. I made a keto sausage balls as a hostess gift yesterday. I figured that'd give her a break. She just wants to munch on some sausage balls instead of turkey. And it's a quick snack for a busy person. So, I can't believe how expensive bacon is. Table set. Oh gosh. All right, I need to take those eggs off before they get overcooked. We're actually going to take y'all to the table. I asked Chris. He's like, yeah, whatever. But my hair's a mess. I'm like, nobody cares. All right, some taters. There's the plate so far. Bacon. I cut the bacon in half to wrap it with the jalapeno. It's easier to do just in one group. So Renee, I know you have, if you're still there, Renee, I know you have over 1,000 subs. Where are you on watch hours? I mean, I tried to. And Dan, where are you on at watch hours? We're all on the 1,000 club, but not monetized yet. Maybe I'll get Chris some extra. Chris went for a walk today, so he bundled up.
That was nice.
He said it was nice out, but he had to wear layers of clothing. All right. There you go. Breakfast is served. Let me turn the stove off here. So yeah, I need to contact my appliance guy and let him know I need my oven repaired. Let's see how we can do this view. No, it's not far enough.
Cut
So
my head
far away. I wish there was a way to zoom in, zoom out. I could sit over there too
Okay.
with you. We could do it that way. Uh, I'll scoot over. Oops. That's as far as you can go. Now we can't read the. Now we can't read the thingy. Haven't really looked. Probably not many. No, you have. You should have a decent amount, Dan. You should. You should.
Testing the outer limits of my bifocal area of the glasses here.
Yeah, you can see better than I can.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan, Renee, Bopak. Can you hand me the pepper, please? Do y'all like pepper? I think Dan does. I'm from the Midwest. Pepper, black pepper is my thing.
That's real good.
I remember my grandmother used to make gravy every night, pretty much, for my grandfather. And he would just take bread, just plain bread, and he would smother it in gravy. And then he would load on the black pepper. Load it on.
How long did he live?
He didn't live that long, but he was a filterless camel smoker.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, and he also worked in, I think he did die casting,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine some of the fumes from the die casting,
Mm-hmm.
that along with smoking filterless camels, and yeah, but he was skinny. He was so thin and skinny. He's like Dan. I'm blessed. Yeah, me too. I'm like up and down here. So my vision's still not good on my left eye, but I have that cataract in it. They said it's what, 2040? I don't know. After I get cataract surgery, then I'll see if I need anything else.
This is wonderful. It's the restaurant.
Hey Ray, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I just finished cooking breakfast. Now we're eating it. I did scattered and smothered hash browns and egg over easy and bacon. So that's brunch today because we got a lot of things, a lot of leftovers to eat. A lot. Way more than I need. Mm-hmm. So how was yesterday for you, Ray? What'd you do? Can you pick up?
Oh, okay. Can you pick up stuff now? I know you were having a hard time with that part. So, how's your
Hmm.
left shoulder and
You mean my shoulder, my arm? No.
Hmm.
No, like pulling a drawer open sets it off. It's weird. I can't figure out which like repetitive movement. I can't even go in the bathroom. I'll be a little TMI here. So get my underwear down, but if I want to push them down further, can't do that. Pulling them up is a problem. So I do that one-handed. Mm-hmm. I know, right, Ray? We got a little taste of everything, and I still went back for seconds. But, oh, that's right. I made collard greens. Well, we had collard greens, turnips, the bread pudding, turkey. What's the other? We had the other stuff. Gravy. Oh, the squash. I made a sage, brown butter sage spaghetti sauce.
this is all
I thought because of
outstanding.
your eye surgery. I don't know what it is, Dan. I know I have cataracts though, but I had LASIK years ago. And I had really, really good vision after LASIK. But I don't know. I have that cataract. I have macular degeneration. And I got to go in every 6 months because the 10% chance of me getting macular degeneration in this eye or macular hole again, but in my other eye. Oh, yeah. 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 After surgery, I couldn't pick stuff up. But now I've messed up my shoulder somehow. That's a whole nother thing. And even now, believe it or not, even though it's been, gosh, almost what, 2 months post surgery on my eye, I noticed, oh, we were doing the manure and stuff, picking up soil and stuff like that the other day and working in the yard, and my eye started hurting. So there comes a point where I back off on really heavy lifting or anything. Try to. Yeah. So yeah, it was like 10 pounds, and then I could add 10 pounds a week. And I should be able to lift 50 pounds now, but if I do, it really bothers my eye. Hmm. So, but now with my shoulder messed up, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
And get her all
I have
fixed.
so much to do. I can't afford another surgery. And I can't afford another surgery.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Nothing happens before the end of the year, and that ain't going to happen. So,
It's, I'll get you coming and going on
but it's arm I
it's
had
gonna be-
surgery on before. Same shoulder.
the right shoulder. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Was it my right shoulder or my left?
No, you're right.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, or was it your,
I don't know. Wherever
no,
I have
you had that
scars.
huge,
Wherever I have scars. I don't know. I don't know where I had surgery. I hate when they get to a new doctor and they ask you to fill out like the surgery stuff. It's like,
almost sort of thing you want to create a template of all the things that you had, so you'll have that handy for when you fill out yet another form with another doctor's office.
oh yeah. Yeah, he's
It's like having a
Coke.
Coke. I'm gonna give them a free ad here. It's the Coca-Cola and it's Coke Zero, zero caffeine, which, years ago I would have said, what the heck's the point of a diet soda that has no caffeine in it? But it tastes really good. The balance of aspartame and stevia gives it a really good finish. I get all the caffeine I need from the coffee in the morning, and then I can drink this at night, and it won't keep me awake. You know, you don't have to pee as much because you didn't have that you're not giving yourself the added caffeine. So it's really good.
So you sleep. I'm not a Coke drinker. I don't do that. Water, coffee, wine.
Bourbon.
You do water too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But we don't drink that much. Now, COVID, we did. During COVID, we did drink.
Yeah, you really had more of a reason to drink in that era.
It's so boring. Yeah. But we're being good now. We're behaving.
Be a better man.
You'd be a better man. You're the best man. You are.
Yeah,
You are.
I put one foot in front of the other, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. I feel so bad. So the other night when I did the interview with Hypertech, it was supposed to be like when we did Bimbo's memorial, it was supposed to be broadcast on Hypertech's channel as well. And I scheduled, it was the first time I'd ever scheduled a live through Restream. And I don't know what happened, but that show ended up not going on Hypertech's channel. And I feel so bad because he was so generous with his time. And he had that new music release. And, he's a hustler. He gets out there and promotes his stuff by foot with flyers. I mean, he's amazing, very industrious. I feel so bad. And we were talking, and he's like, doesn't mind. He had fun. We may do it again, though.
Well, he may be able
Just like hang out.
Copy your copy of the video and then post it or something. So
I'm going to see about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it
I
definitely.
don't know how copyright strikes work. Clearly,
Well, you wouldn't copyright strike him because
right?
Use it, so
Well, Mark said,
would do it. I mean,
yeah, Mark Kropka said that if you give them, they'll get a copyright strike, but then they'll give you an opportunity to give them permission to use it. So I don't know. Need to figure out a way to get it over on his channel.
might be worthwhile to simply try it and see what happens.
Well, I want his viewers to kind of get an insight of him. People who watch his music stuff.
And ideally, the next time you do it, a simulcast, it'll broadcast on all the channels.
Yeah, well, we're talking about doing more.
It's a technical issue that needs to be overcome.
Yeah, just the two of us sitting there and shooting the breeze or something.
Well, it gives you the chance to, all of the other person's viewers can take a look at your channel and vice versa. So it kind of creates a virtual circle.
Yep. See you later, Dan. You have a good one. I hope you're doing okay. Who just came in? Oh, that was Dan. Okay. Steroid shots. Oh, yeah. I don't do that steroid shot thing anymore. I have a bad hip, and they were doing that. And then went to this doctor, and he wasn't using the X-ray, MRI, whatever, sonogram, whatever they use to do the injection. He put it in my leg, and it totally, I guess he hit the bone. So when he went in to do the injection, it popped out and sprayed everywhere. It was bad. When I went back, I didn't complain. But when I went back, he wasn't working there anymore. That's concerning. So I don't know what the deal is. So I quit getting treatment. I just take it easy when I need to. So does anyone have any plans today? I've never done Black Friday shopping. Somebody dragged us to the mall one year, but not to shop. They had to get a watch changed, battery watch changed. And the person to do it wasn't even there. That was a pain. But yeah, we don't do
No, I mean,
the Black Friday.
I don't mind the crowd so much. I think it's kind of festive. As long as you can get in and out of the parking lot and the driving's not too thick. I like the crowds. It's kind of interesting to see who rolls in.
Mhm. Not me.
Well,
I mean, I like people watching, but I just think, people get frustrated, rude. They get up too early, they shop too long, then they're hungry, then they get rude and mad at everybody. And I just,
yeah, and of course, if
don't
you're
know.
competing to get some special deal and there's a mob of people around,
Cheers, y'all.
what you're trying to obtain, and that's going to be a hassle. Well, one year we did like a reverse Black Friday. We actually donated a bunch of clothes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And
Mhm,
it's an opportunity to unload some stuff. So
mhm.
hopefully that can become a trend somewhere.
Yeah, I have a pile of stuff to donate now, actually.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, stuff I've been holding on to, and we've been trying to get rid of just stuff. So I think there was a organizer who said if you don't use it within a year, get rid of it.
Hmm.
And so Chris will box stuff and save stuff, but not me anymore. I'm at the getting rid of stage. There's a lot of stuff in my kitchen I want to get rid of. Hmm. It's about the only the only room that I need to get rid of stuff in, I think, right now. I think everything else is pretty well organized, kind of.
I still have my heavier clothes, and I've got them sealed up in the attic. It's not really not really taking up that much space. And,
Yeah.
this fear of regaining the weight and having to buy all those things again.
Hmm.
But and I'd rather give them to someone like I knew personally instead of just donating to Goodwill or whatnot. But
Right.
the
Yeah. I don't know. So, do y'all have any New Year's resolutions to do that? Chris does. I tend to not do it, but he puts that pressure on himself every year.
no, well, I think the odds of New Year's Day being the best day to resolve to be better is like 1 in 365. I mean, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing now or at a specified date related to the logistics of what it is you're trying to accomplish. So
Yeah.
the
I mean, that's always been my theory. Like, you don't need to wait till the new year to do something. You know, there's something you want to do or get done, or do it now.
well, it's usually yeah,
Mm.
there's some sort of excuse as to why you're waiting 4 months or 6 months to actually pursue this new thing.
Yeah.
I think like Charles Bukowski said in one of his poems, it's easy. Either you just don't want to do it or you can't do it. Otherwise, you'd feel this burning itch from hell and soon would turn quickly into now.
Well, I think too, like, So I still have a ton of artwork to hang up. But it's kind of the way our living room is, it's kind of long. So I have two sofas kind of facing each other, but they're what, like 6, 7 feet apart.
Mhm.
It's a big living room. And then it has this odd space behind the sofas. So we have all the art that needs to be hung on the wall, back on the wall from construction, is behind one of those sofas. I don't go as does.
Mhm. Well, maybe with those paintings, the easiest way, like we just hung one of them back up like one a week. You could do like a video on it.
That would
and-
take like 60 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
That's a little over a year.
yeah. Well, then more content for the channel, and it wouldn't feel so overwhelming to hang all of them back up all at once. You just do one at a time. Each time you put one up, you can kind of relay the story
Mm.
of when you bought it or what it means to you.
No, the thing is, because we're not putting stuff up where it was,
Mhm.
we're putting stuff up because we have the newly redone room in the back.
Mhm.
And I don't think I liked the way it all hung on the wall
Mhm.
in that room,
Yeah.
all up around the ceiling,
Mhm.
because you had all the different things going on. So I think what I want to do, and I know some of those paintings are going to look really good in the back room.
Mhm.
So I think what I want to do is unwrap them all,
Mhm.
see what will look good in the back. And then I know some things will look good in the front room. But then all like the miscellaneous things that hung before,
Mhm.
I think I want to put in the freezer are.
I would totally take a different method.
And remember at the old house though, how I did like that triangular pyramid kind of shape with the paintings in different sizes and how
Mhm.
good that looked?
Yeah.
I think I want to do something similar back there.
Mm. It's not a bad idea. I'm just thinking we've already got a bunch of nails and hooks in the bedroom, so you could
Yeah,
so if you hang up just one item at a time, and the ones that you're confident you know where they want to go, and hang that up one at a time, and then you kind of make it on the back bedroom because I don't know, it kind of pains my heart a little bit to put a fresh nail and a hook into a wall that's got that fresh, clean paint on
I
it.
know.
It looks
I know.
so pristine. It's like I
Mhm.
hate to nick that up, but
Mhm.
well,
I don't know. The other thing is, I want to hang some of my photography in the back. And so hey CB, how are you doing? It's good to see you. It is cold here.
and pink wave, is that kind of like this? Like you're leading the parade?
CB's from Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greetings from the United States.
Yeah. I had a roommate that was from Pakistan. We were roommates for a while. It was a lot of fun. We got along really well. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I love your rooftop garden. That is so not rooftop garden. I guess it's a terrace garden. It's gorgeous. Um, she has dahlias and crown of thorns that are blooming right now.
Mhm.
She has a big Norfolk pine. Um, she has all kinds of plants. But this summer she had all the moss rose. She did she lined up her terrace with Coke bottles and then filled it in rooted moss rose and put it in there. So she had a wall of all these flowers. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. She's always out there working. CB, I always like your stuff. I just wish I spoke your language so I could understand more. I mean, but we get along, right? We get along fine. And Angela Critters is a fan of yours as well. Too. She's great.
I wonder if someone used auto captioning, I'm sure Urdu is on the list of languages that could be auto translated into English.
Yeah, but CB does a lot of live streams because she's like she's trying to get those hours in. And so she does live streaming a lot.
Okay.
So I would have to go back and watch it on the replay.
I guess that
wait, no, because she's the one, like I told you, is at a disadvantage because she doesn't use a laptop. She only uses a phone, so she doesn't have that back end capability to go in and put captioning on. Yeah, because you have to have a laptop to put closed captioning on so that people can do the translation. As I was telling Renee's Secret Garden earlier. So, and that's what I'm going to try and work on, I guess, because my shoulder's messed up. I mean, I really had planned on cleaning and doing a bunch of stuff, but
right. I mean,
I'm kind of out of commission. I don't want to make it worse.
I'm going to get the vacuum out a little bit and get spread anyway.
So hopefully I can work on the back end and get my closed captioning running and get some end cards put in there. Those are hard to do, though. They're very hard to do. So I don't know. That's what I plan to do today, and I feel bad because, you know. But I asked our house guest, not to be mentioned, if they were coming or what day they were coming, and they did not respond. But regardless, the house needs to be elected.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
Good vacuuming.
Roombas are good, but they do leave little gaps. It's hard for them to get the edges of the rooms just so.
It's like once a month or so, maybe. No, less than that. I mean, it's really funny though how the Roomba, sometimes it's good, but then it seemed like the floor got better the last Monday, but it did a better job. It's strange.
I think it's close to needing either a bag swap or a I forget. I can look up the app and see where, because you have to tend to them. You know, you have to kind of make sure that apps are.
Yeah, I have a bad wrist, so Chris was doing all the vacuuming himself, and I kind of felt bad about that. So that's why we ended up getting a Roomba. And I tell you, I think like now with some of these electronic things like a Roomba, as you age, it's so helpful. You know,
Let's see.
as your body hurts and stuff, and those tasks become difficult. It's been a lifesaver for us, and I don't feel guilty that he's vacuuming, and he's not having to vacuum as often. So
let's see. The high efficiency filter, the edge sweeping brush, is about 80 to 90% utilized.
The filter needs to be done. Yeah.
And the dirt disposal bag and the dual multi-surface brushes are about 2/3 of the way used. But I've got most of those parts.
Yeah.
But the app's cool. It lets you see
what you need.
See what you need, and you kind of stay on top of it.
Yeah. But it's been very, very nice. I kind of wish I had the time, but this one is self-emptying, and I think it's a newer model. The other ones you had to empty every time you used them. So the fact that this empties by itself. Now, the only thing that I don't like about the Roomba is that it does not, it can't go over a ledge that's about this, maybe a half an inch. So what happens is it can't go into the back room. Chris will sometimes move it back there to the back room so it can vacuum, but
you have to move the entire base and the unit.
Yeah, you have to move everything back there. So it's almost easier just to vacuum back there. Something, but it does just need a good vacuum right now. But yeah. So I'm probably going to go ahead and close this
Mhm.
live.
Both
Members of the Clean Plate Club,
Yeah,
but
it was outstanding.
I'm probably going to close out this and go to work on my YouTube stuff on the back end on my computer. So, CB, if you ever get access to a computer, there's a lot of work to do on the back end of your YouTube channel on your videos. It's time consuming, but I think worth it, you know, because I've been really struggling to get my watch hours in. And you've been so helpful. I really appreciate it. And I apologize for not having the time to go and binge watch more of your older videos. So, but I really appreciate you doing that with me. It really helps a lot. Really does. So, but I think I need like 300 more watch hours before can qualify for monetization. So we'll see what happens. It may be tough the first of the year. I don't know. We have a lot of stuff coming up in December.
Yep.
That I think you'll like. You should like. I'm looking forward to it. So new experience for me. And I don't know. I mean, I do so much on my channel, and it's so varied because it's kind of our lives, you know. I'm just a curious person, so things I do, like car shows and stuff, like those are my initiatives. Those aren't Chris's. I'm like, hey, you want to go to a car show? You want to go to a tractor pull? You want to go to a race? Because I like those things. And you know, the travel stuff. Chris, he works, so I kind of let him pick the travel stuff a lot of times. I may make a recommendation, but I kind of let Chris do all that, you know, all the choices. So he good ones last month in Fort Lauderdale, the Bonnet House, and Flamingo Gardens. Those were your choices.
Yeah. I figured it'd be nice and you'd enjoy them. It'd be good content, you know.
Yeah, and I picked the restaurants this time, right?
Yeah.
So I picked some good restaurants this last time.
Outstanding.
So you're always going to see a variety with me. So I consider myself not a food channel, not a gardening channel. I'm kind of more of a lifestyle kind of channel. Not that we have an extravagant or crazy lifestyle, because I'm also very frugal. Chris is frugal. So, in fact, you may spend more money than I do on stuff.
Well, I mean, neither one of us are like.
I mean, for yourself, not, you don't like household stuff is what I'll spend money on.
I mean, if it's a $10 or $20 item, I'm not going to worry too much either.
No.
From, you know, by me or you. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I just splurged on a microwave popcorn popper, and I've got to test that out. But I like it because it stores well. It's compact. Let me get it real quick. So here it is. And take the lid off. And it pops out. Do you have two lines in here? One is for, I think, just a single serve, and the other is for a full bowl of popcorn. And you microwave this like 2 to 3 minutes. No oil at all. Because I've seen some kind of bad reviews on the air poppers. So this also doubles as, you could use it for a salad bowl or whatever. Again, it's not a multitasker, a unitasker. And then this lid fits down in here like this.
Question.
As it pops, it'll raise up, you know. So, but you don't want to overfill it because it can. But I'll do a review on this once I get it. But popcorn is my guilty pleasure. But it's not really guilty because it's healthy. It's on what you put in it. So I like dried ranch dressing on my popcorn. It's lower in sodium than salt, and it adds really, really good flavor. So, but I'll let you know. I'll make a short on this and let you know how it goes. But I like this. I mean, you could even do a chips and dip. You put guacamole in here and chips around the edges. So it's a versatile bowl. I like
But
that.
I guess the tricky thing is when you take it out, the quarters can be extremely hot.
Yeah, these can be hot.
I mean,
But yeah.
that's some
And how much it was on sale? Well, the purple
15 or
color
something?
was, no, it was like $10.
Oh,
The
okay.
purple color was the cheapest they had, and I'm into cheap, not color coordinated kitchens. So I got this for like $9 on the Black Friday special. And then I think they were as cheap as 10 or $12, I think, maybe. And I may have got the last purple one. Only thing
Looking it up now. Now I'm curious.
it was cheap though.
Well, I think it was 20
Well, there it
bucks.
is.
20. That's not. Let me go.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me go back.
No, see how much
Let's-
we paid.
Right, order details. Oh, so we got it for
We got it for $8.45, $8.45, and now it's up to $20.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a really, really good deal on
Yeah.
it. I've been eyeing them for a while.
Yeah, so
So-
yeah, we got below 10. Even after tax, that would have been below $10.
Yeah, I've been wanting one for about 6 months or more,
Mm-hmm.
but now is the opportune time to buy it.
We even used $2.14 that was left on a gift card.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was estimate before tax $9.99 plus 60 cents. Not
Awesome.
bad.
Really good. That was a good deal.
Yep.
So yeah. But yeah, I'm really frugal. And that's how we can afford to travel and stuff, is being frugal. And I have Sky Miles and I have hotel points that I rack up. So a lot of the stuff, last trip, 2 nights were free at a hotel. So that was good. And then we have some adventures coming up that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But right now, I'm going to probably close off this live and get to work on my YouTube stuff. And hey.
American asks, this has always been kitchen and gardening? Weird. I had no idea I'm subscribed to this. Well, welcome. Welcome
No, I
aboard,
do-
however you got here.
No, I do more than kitchen and gardening. I do car shows. I do comedy. I do.
Could have been the car
stuff.
shows because
Could have been the car shows.
your most viewed one is
Yeah, the Ted Vernon
the Ted Vernon car.
vintage cars. So we were going to stop by there last month because we live in Georgia. That's in Florida, Central Florida. But we were in the vicinity last month, but we didn't stop. We're kind of on a mission to get somewhere and get some business done that we really didn't want to do, but
Right, and
it was necessary.
the last time you were there, it was we were there for hours. So I
Mhm.
suspect that we would have been there for a long time.
Yeah. So
Good stuff though.
yeah, I mean, I'll be doing more car content. So because it's something I like. We've been trying to get to a race, but something always happens, or it's rainy, or something like that. But there's a small track Georgia has a couple big race tracks in Atlanta, Road Atlanta, and what's the other one? There's another one. There's one down in Hampton, Georgia, south of Atlanta. There's a racetrack,
Atlanta Speedway.
Atlanta Speedway. So we have 2 major racetracks in the Atlanta area. And then we have some small town racetracks that have been around a while. And there's one that was actually in the movie with Richard Pryor. The moonshining movie. Which was that?
Oh,
White Lightning.
sounds right. Yeah.
Is it White Lightning, maybe? And I want to go to that racetrack. They do a lot of stuff. Now, this time of year, they don't, but they do. And I forget about it because spring comes and I'm doing my gardening stuff, but they do races almost, I think, 7 months out of the year of different types. So, yeah, I love car stuff. But, we do the travel stuff. It's just a variety of things. So, I do music interviews and I do interviews. So, if you're someone that ever wants to do an interview, just let me know. I'd love to do an interview with Spartan Dan, with Renee's Secret Garden. I have a part 2 interview coming up with Mark Kropka. I think we've scheduled that for January 18th on our calendars, subject to change. But preliminary, we're looking at January 18th for a second interview with Mark Kropka. Hypertech and I have talked about doing some more things. I do some stuff. Well, I was supposed to be on the 2024 Jammies at Camp GMA for that award show, music award show, and it was so late because they're on Pacific time, and my schedule is way better now. I used to hang out with GMA over there. Sometimes I'll go till 4 or 5 in the morning, and I used to stay up then East Coast time 4 or 5 in the morning and watch their show, his show. But I'm on a better schedule now, so it's hard for me to stay up. He wanted me to come up last night too. Well, I should say Charlie Wood Lives wanted me to come up last night on the show, but I did not. I was in bed. Authentic. Oops, trying to see what you're saying. Americ. Oh, Americ. Oh, that's right, Ray. Thank you, Ray. That's sweet. I kind of saw what he said, but I don't know. The thing about Restream, I can't stream down to read the comments. So if I miss anyone, I apologize. I do. So, well, Chris is back at doing dishes. He's doing yesterday's dishes. He did them this morning. Because I told him, like, he did dishes at his mom's house last night. So when we got home, I was like, don't worry, I'm doing the dishes. Just do them tomorrow. So that's what he's doing now before he goes to vacuum. But anyway, I said I'm going to go work on the back end now and get some of that stuff. Oh, let me show you. I'm going to do a short on this. Craziest thing. Speaking of music, I need to get with this person. So somebody I follow, she's a model in Florida, and she's I don't know, Anna Baker. She's also on YouTube. Ann Baker model. She has several accounts on Instagram. But we were going to do a live Zoom meeting where we did this thing. It's a Amos audio pop. I'm trying to get it to focus. And I guess it's a sucker lollipop. And you taste it and you listen, built in with music. Up to 60 minutes. Bone conduction technology. Remove the pause icon and play the music here. Interesting. And this is a Coca-Cola flavored. It was the only thing I thought I could tolerate. I think they come in maybe cherry or raspberry. They were out of those flavors. But let me see. It's not a Los Amos Sweets. I don't know. It's out of China. I didn't know that when I bought it. I thought Amos was like all American. I know they do some gummies because I watch Master. He does a lot of shorts. Hey, Kimbers, I was thinking about you today. Yeah, isn't it crazy? So I might have to do a short, or I may do it on a live sometime. I don't know. I'm surprised Hypertech didn't join because I think Ann Baker model follows Hypertech over on Instagram too. But he's always so busy. Always so busy. Oh, for those who just came in, Hypertech's family threw down yesterday, man. They had a really good spread. He sent me pictures. And his mom and grandmother are so beautiful. They are crazy beautiful. Trying to see if it says what other flavors it has. But it has grape skin extract on it. Is that not crazy? Audio lollipop. Listen to music through your mouth. Up to something. I guess that's the song. How to enjoy. Long press the button to turn on. Put on the earplugs and bite on the candy. Single click the button to pause or play. Double click the button to stop playing. And you can also, there's a QR code to listen to the music. But I don't know. Comes from China, so probably put some kind of virus or tracking software on your phone. All right, so I popped the play button out and I'm trying to listen to the music. No, it's a fake. Oh, that's sweet, Kimbers. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. What a treat, though, right? To have Thanksgiving dinner delivered. It's kind of what I did. I don't know. My mother-in-law, she worked hard, but she did the turkey, a bread pudding, turnips. She did more than I thought she was going to do. And she kind of went overboard, but she's like that. I love her. That's what I love about her. We're a lot alike in that way because I always take stuff over that I never signed up for. I know. It's weird. It's weird. So I wonder if I play it, it'll be like Havana syndrome, where, I end up sick and in the hospital because of some weird sound thing. Have y'all heard of Havana syndrome? That was weird. It was happening at the base in Havana, but then it started happening in other like embassies around the world with employees. Oh, that's great, Kimbers. That is great. Yeah, right. I can't sit too long, man. My tailbone starts hurting. I gotta move. I gotta move it, move it. And then my hips will start hurting. I don't know. I bought some cushions because I sit at the dining room table most of the time. I don't like our sofa. I want to lay down. If I lay down, then I'll go to sleep. And then if I go to sleep and take a nap after dinner, then I want to sleep at night. So I tend to not do that. You too, Ray. Thanks for being here. Oh, wow, Kimbers, that's a long visit. That's a nice visit. We were probably at my mother-in-law's, probably 7 hours, maybe 6.5. With a ride, it was a while. Because we left here at 1:30.
Yeah, it'll be a long week. It'll be a great time.
Hours total we were away from home. So, yeah, but it was a good visit. Well, I guess I better go to work. There's never a day off for a YouTuber, unfortunately. I mean, congratulations to Spartan Dan for hitting 1,000 subscribers. You believe he's been doing this 4 years? That's how hard it is. It is so hard to get subscribers and to do all the work. And, and always like I said, I didn't take a day off for a couple months. And then even the day I took off, I still edited a video and probably a short. So it's tough being a YouTuber. You're always keeping up with that content. I don't know. I love it though. I do love it. So it's one job I haven't minded working 7 days a week. Last time I worked 7 days a week. Well, there were some jobs I worked 7 days a week in my professional career, but when I was younger, working 2 jobs, I'd work restaurant. I'd do a double shift at the restaurant I worked at, split shift. And then after I got off work at night after closing, and this was in Orlando on International Drive, so I was hustling all day. After I got off work at that job, there was a gas station, convenience store next door. I went in, I'd go in there every now and then and knew the owner. And I was looking around, I'm like, man, the store's a little dusty and, they're always so busy and they could use some restocking and stuff like that. So I needed more money to survive. So I went over there and I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you need a after hours stocking cleaning person here? She's like, you know what? I could use somebody like that. And I was like, excellent. You want to hire me? She's like, sure. So I would work my split shift restaurant job on my feet all day and then go work a second restaurant job on well, they did have like a little sandwich thing. So I had to clean up like the food areas too. So I'd go over there and do another job after hours. Get a few hours in a day, but it helped supplement my income for sure. I don't have opportunities. I didn't wait for them to come to me. And it was convenient. It just made sense, It was convenient for me, convenient for them. So I don't know. When I was 16, I had 3 jobs. I did sales. I worked at an acupuncture center doing insurance. I also had to pull needles and sterilize needles, clean the office, stuff like that. And I also worked in multiple locations. In the summertime, I was a manager at one of the offices in Ormond Beach. And then I was also, what else was I doing that year? I know I had 3 jobs. I can't remember what my other job was at 16. I've always been a crazy, crazy hard worker. That's why I'm exhausted and my body is sore. So, yeah. I know. Isn't it crazy? I think of the crazy stuff. And then sometimes, like, I'd then go out and, I was young, single, willing to mingle. So then I'd go out after that. I didn't sleep much as a kid when I was younger. When I lived in Los Angeles, I definitely didn't sleep much. Oh my gosh. I loved it. Where is this place? Look at this place that popped up on my computer screen. Isn't that gorgeous? All those little waterfalls. And that terrace. It must be Asia. Maybe. Do you think? Let's see where this is. Like what you see. This is, oh, that's Guatemala. Wow. Simuk Champey, Guatemala. Wow. That is gorgeous. Amazing. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get to work and on the back end of YouTube. I've already been on here a while, and breakfast was delicious. But Kimbers, I'm glad you ended up having a great Thanksgiving. So happy to hear that. And yeah, I thought about you a lot yesterday. So hope you have a good rest of the weekend. Oh, in January, February, I'm going to go back to start doing trivia, and uh, we'll probably do some more of the Flapdoodle, that crazy game. Uh, because those are my winter things. I know people suffer from SAD in the winter time. Uh, and you northerners, oh my gosh, you're kind of trapped in the winter, and it's cold and it's hard to get out and do stuff. So we're going to go back January and February. I'll start doing more lives for that, as well as the Mark Kropka interview um, coming up January 18th. And yeah, by March it comes, and I'm ready to start my garden stuff. So um, I just quit that. So that's kind of become a habit since COVID for me. Well, I had another channel where I was doing gaming. So it's kind of become a habit for me to do um, trivia and game stuff in the wintertime, just to keep people going. Now, they, I think, wanted to do bingo, and I'd looked at doing bingo before, and I can buy the little balls and all that stuff. The problem is doing the cards. Now, I have a domain, I have a URL, easystupidjen.com, but I don't put any content on it. And I should. Uh, and I was trying to think of how I could get some bingo cards on there. And it's been a long time since I've done a web page. So, and I know there's some like randomizer bingo cards. Of course, it's all for fun. So, honor system, like with trivia and everything else. But I don't know. We may mix it up and see how it goes. But I know Bimbo was adamantly opposed to bingo. And so if I had done that, she would have been on my butt so bad. She'd never let me down on that. She'd be like, oh, that's so stupid. She didn't care if anybody else liked it. Oh, gosh, I miss her. I really do. But yeah. And she loved this time of year too. She was such a kid. Such a kid. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Love you much and take care. Enjoy those leftovers. I hope you have some Kimbers. I know I miss Bimbo too. But we're so lucky to have her in our life as long as we did, you know. I think I only knew her like three years or something. So yeah, but I feel honored to have known her that time because she did. She brought a lot of joy to my life. So and you saw us online. We were crazy behind the scenes, when we got together. It was always fun. Always interesting. Yep. Yeah. All right. So I love you, Kimbers. I hope you have a good one. And everyone else, Ray, Dan, Renee. Well, Bopak came in for a bit. So he graded my graded my onion chopping skills. I got a 90% from Bopak. Even though I'm at a disadvantage because of my small hands. But it was good to see Bopak. I hardly ever see him live anymore. So I'm glad he took the time. I felt honored because I know he's a busy man. But y'all take care. Love you. And I'll see you later. Do something fun today, Kimbers. Watch some crazy videos that make you laugh. YouTube movies. I haven't looked over there in a while. I don't even know what's coming up. They probably have a lot of Christmas goofy movies. So